Let me describe this, and we're gonna play it for you again. There is a group of people. What do you say? 40?
About 40 people.
Okay, about 40 people. They're not standing close to each other. It's like in the back. There's a couple of women with their hands in their pockets. I mean, this is not.
You know, it looks like to me, Glenn, and what it struck me as when we used to live in New York, there would be these street performers. Now the entire city's a hellscape. But back then, there were people who were outside and allowed outside by Governor Cuomo. And these people would be outside, and they'd be like, they'd be playing guitar or something, or like sometimes you'd see like a bunch of little kids dancing in unison, like these little street performances. And there'd be like a few people kind of gathered around watching it.
Yeah, they're just kind of stopped for a minute.
Yeah, like it doesn't look like they're there to tear the building down, throw rocks through windows,
or
nothing.
even just applaud. They're just they kind of want to almost be invisible because they don't want the performer to see them, because then they're going to feel guilty and they'll be like, I got to reach into my wallet and give them something. So you're kind of stay away and you act kind of interested but not too interested. That's the scene. Now, listen to what MSNBC said.
Heidi, you have some news on the ground there at that counting facility. What is actually happening behind you?
You have to see this.
Eamon, behind me is Detroit's TCF Center. This is where poll watchers are racing to try and count all the votes outstanding here in Wayne County. But what we see here is essentially an increasing mob-like scene of
when you see this video,
who say that they want to get
stop.
access.
Just think of the videos that you've seen where they say these are peaceful protests and there's fire coming out of like cars behind them and people shooting each other. Peaceful protest, it's that ridiculous. They are asking you to deny what your eyes see. It is hysterical. It's hysterical. Now, let me show you what's really going on. This is from last night's broadcast with Elijah Schaffer, who is our guy who has been going in undercover, but he has made a very big difference in uncovering and exposing what's going on with Antifa. On election night, we shared a tweet that showed he was being targeted by Antifa for assassination. Here's my conversation with him last night on the streets in Washington. Last night, what we saw was astonishing. In the middle of the broadcast, we had to get you out of Washington because there were Antifa members that were looking for you to, and I'm quoting them, to assassinate you.
Yeah, unfortunately, last night was a very precarious situation. Obviously, I'm not in the best reputation with these people, but when you get a call from the Department of Domestic Terrorism from the FBI, warning you to please tread carefully in the D.C. metropolitan area and to take the threats of assassination seriously. I mean, that these people are not messing around, and I didn't want to respond in any way that took what they said lightly. So this is new news that the FBI is now involved, the federal government is now involved, and telling you to take this seriously, because I heard a lot of people say, oh, that's nothing but hype. They don't mean that. Yeah, no, absolutely. I got a call fully from the FBI. It was quite a long conversation too, and just really telling me to please be careful because these people are serious. Their threats are real. Just last night, some of these individuals actually stabbed multiple right-wing people in the middle of the night for what seemed to be no provocation. They even stabbed a black Trump-supporting woman in the back twice, and she's in the hospital. All are expected to recover. So last night they were out for blood. They did stab at least 3 Trump supporters, and I'm happy to say that I wasn't the 4th victim. I was happy about that too. So they stabbed 3 people, but MSNBC is reporting on the mobs of just people standing around with their hands in their pockets. Sometimes you just don't get the truth from the media. You need someone who's going to come out and tell you the real truth. Wonder who that would be. I have one guy. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen this guy yet. Okay. He's well, as all truth tellers are, is wearing a shirt that says "Beer Barbecue Freedom."
Now, that's where I get all my...
Is that really?
Oh, yeah. Have you seen this guy yet?
No,
you're going to love this guy. This is my favorite guy. This is the only guy who's telling the truth right now.
Really?
Do we have this video? We got to watch this.
Family stealing the election. The media's covering it up. The Biden crime family stealing this election. The media's covering it up. The Biden crime family stealing this election. The media's covering it up. We want our freedom for the world. Give us our freedom, Joe Biden. Joe Biden's covering up this election. He's stealing it.
And then he just
walks away.
And he just walks away.
I love this guy. This is in the middle of a press conference, by the way. It just comes out. He's got
funny
to paint
barbecue, beer, and
freedom. And he's got his mask on, but not over his actual face. As he's
that is fantastic.
I love it.
That's
he's just
fantastic.
out there like, you know what? People need to know this. I'm just going to throw it out there.